Welcome back, everyone, to Red Spotlight. I'm Alexis, joined by David Francisco, of course, here as always for our reaction and commentary series for the new, I don't know what to call this, a mini series at this point, or maybe just a limited series, but it's already a season 2 coming, so a new series. Maul, Shadow Lord. We've already reacted to 4 episodes. So far, we've enjoyed our time. We did feel like last week we were a little bit pressed for time in the sense that it didn't feel like we were getting to the places that we needed to be getting as quickly as we possibly could be, and maybe some missed opportunities with, like, fleshing certain characters out. But hopefully, let's see, we're crossing our fingers that this week we're gonna hit the pedal to the metal. The title for the episode we're going to be reacting to the episodes 5 and 6 today. And the title for this episode is called Inquisition. Gee, I wonder what that's in reference to. As if we don't already know what's coming, who they sent on that Star Destroyer, possibly because, well, if the Empire has been alerted to Maul's presence, I think the Emperor might take a particular, interest in the fact that, let's just say, a former apprentice of his is still alive and still out there making noise. And I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen here. I'm hoping to get a little more with, I keep forgetting the guy's name, but it'll come back to me as soon as we're watching the episode here, but the captain and everything. So, and I'm really curious to see what developments, if there are any, with these 2 episodes in regards to Devon, and to see if, and her master, and what fate might befall him. Because I can't imagine one way or the other it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Not for the master. Either the Inquisitor or Maul, or hell, maybe even his own Padawan could turn against him. So I don't see him being very long for this world, to tell you the truth. And I got to tell you, the more that I think about last week's episodes, what was very easily to me the most enjoyable part of those was just watching Maul work.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and I love the animation. I love the blade stuff, and but just watching him just work people, that's fun.
Yeah,
I love that.
The actor's really, really good. The fighting, we did this a little bit late, so I've been seeing a few clips from other reactors and all that, and it looks like there's gonna be a lot more fighting in these 2 episodes.
Interesting.
So I'm excited about that. And then
what's funny though is they've made sure to at least have Maul light up his lightsaber once every episode, which reminds me of how when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Ghost Rider, which hint hint, we're kind of in that particular arc right now on our channel if you want to watch us for that. But I remember at the time when they were saying, oh yeah, Ghost Rider's going to be on the show, but don't expect him to light up or flame on or whatever it is every single episode, but they did. But they did. So it's here's our obligatory moment of the episode where we can show off, guys, we've got some money. Let's go ahead and watch the effect happen. So, which to me, it's funny because, to me, it works here, but it should. I think the moment where it was just an embarrassment, and I got to tell you, and this may come up, we're big Star Wars fans, but we're kind of haters when it comes to a lot of the brain mentality, corporate thinking, and the executive thinking. And I feel like a lot of the people that Kathleen has hired over the years has really kind of diluted what we all feel this property should be. And it has created space for a lot of embarrassments, I gotta tell you, a lot of embarrassing moments. And I feel, to me, one of the early embarrassments that I think we were all subjected to was not only Maul somehow being shoehorned into a Han Solo movie, but then randomly just lighting up his lightsaber, just in case people didn't know who that was. Which is funny to me because I gotta tell you, I don't know do you remember that, do you remember if we already knew before we watched it that he was going to have a cameo in the movie?
I don't think we did. And I'm fairly certain that even when watching it, we all kind of thought the same thing, that we were kind of oh, okay, I guess there's going to be a sequel with Maul in it or something. I don't know. Or we knew something was going to happen with Maul, but I mean, it didn't happen because
It bombed.
Oh yeah, it bombed. So yeah, I remember for sure like feeling that we were kind of like, why is he here? It's like, how is he still alive? Why would you make a story?
But it did throw you, right? It's like, what
Mm-hmm.
the fuck?
Yeah, so I don't think we
This-
knew
and,
that he was gonna
and
be
the thing,
Nick
and the thing
Cannon.
is, like, at that point, you have to remember this was pre-Mandalorian, and if we're living in pre-Mandalorian times, with Mandalorian being such a like a big thing, a lot of people have like gone back and like gone into the Filoni verse, for some who call it that, and that includes Clone Wars, and they knew Maul lived on after, but before, which was when Solo came out, you had so many people who were watching it where they're like, wait, what? Didn't he die?
Mhm.
Didn't he get cut in half? And it was a whole thing. But yeah, that was just a memory that was unlocked, if you will. Anywho. Curious to see then. You're saying there's going to be some more sequences of action. You say
Yeah, seems like it.
Well,
So
yeah,
it could be just this
uh,
5th episode, could be the 6th. So
look, if nothing else, you really can't touch what Lucasfilm Animation has been able to deliver when it comes to action sequences, lightsaber fight sequences, because for whatever reason, they can't really seem to make those work in the live action TV shows, can they?
yeah, no, it's not.
It's funny though. I think to me, the most exciting sequences have been the Andor ones. That's like the show that has, I think, least has to do with like set pieces like those, but there are some that still like stick in my mind, and I'm like, I remember the sequence that opened season 2, with Cassian trying to get out.
Mhm. No, yeah, that one for sure just had some good fight scenes, but I think really the closest in lightsabers, it was just Anakin and Ahsoka, but we were mostly just being like, dang, the actor, what's his name, playing Anakin?
It was Hayden that was like,
Yeah,
he was still very acrobatic and flexible with his moves, like,
yeah,
as if he never stopped playing the role. And that was the part that we were like, whoa, good for you.
yeah,
You still had it, and it was a shame that everything else around it sucked
Mhm.
and had nothing of meaning, but he had the moves.
yeah. That was just the most impressive part about it. So
Yeah, the most impressive and the only thing that was of any note, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Well, let's see how this turns out today.
I forgot to mention, I do hope we get at the very least like a cool confrontation between the captain and his wife. It's fairly obvious that she's gonna be the one in charge coming in. So I don't know like how the confrontation will work overall. Like, is there okay, you know what? I would say I think I would like the conversation between them and him going like, how dare you join the Empire, and her being like, how dare you not want to join the Empire, like, so hopefully there's some cool conversations about that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it would be surprising if the wife wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like they've been teasing that. So, damn. Do you hear that?
Yeah, someone being tortured.
Yeah. Jeez. I gotta tell you, man, I don't know if they really upped the budget, but like, man, some of these artists are really delivering just like top-notch stuff here at the animation. I mean, just like the cityscape as they were descending down on there, like.
Mm-hmm.
Two Butts was just following his protocol.
You're aware this is not going to go well. The Empire will want answers.
Here's a thought: maybe get the person in trouble who turned him back on, because we did our part. I mean, he was switched off.
Yeah.
Who the fuck turned him back on?
That's true.
You've done enough. Could be worse. It's not like we were harboring Jedi.
Yeah, not a great look, guy. Like, oh god, that guy just has.
Here we go.
Yeah, and
Who's
of
asking?
course, here's the pompous entrance.
I'm asking. Don't go too far, Captain.
Yeah, where's that idiot droid so he can say, "We fucking told you. We told you this is what it would be." Is this really what you would qualify as helping?
Mm-hmm.
Never invite the fascists to come to your door.
Girl, she tried to kill you.
An admirable attempt. She will make an excellent apprentice.
Okay.
That's a great line. It was like, man, I was almost proud of her.
Yeah, she could actually do it. I actually saw an anime where the main character is like super, super strong with magic. And they dealt with like a copy of her, like this like mud copy of her. And her apprentice actually goes, "Oh, actually, I know a way to kill you." And the main character just goes, "Really? Okay, what's your plan?" So that just reminded me of it. It was so funny.
He seems to be in pain.
Mm-hmm.
He got
Oh.
fucked up, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it's just his robot legs, so he just hasn't gotten it fixed.
I don't mind the risk, as long as the credits keep flowing.
Which there's no chance of now.
Get back to your posts.
Not like the Mandos to question orders like that. That's interesting. Although when I say Mandos, I use that term loosely because who the fuck even knows what that means at this point? Well, all the different like versions of them. I mean, I guess they're former Death Watch, right? The Mandos that serve Maul at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then again, what Death Watch even means after they conquered Mandalore, I mean.
Lawson, your body language indicates that you're in some form of distress.
And I wonder why he would be, you bitch. You called the freaking narcs over here.
Where's Glyce?
She's been transferred. Permanently. I'd advise you to be more forthcoming.
I mean, at least she didn't give him up. That's pretty cool. Wait, what? Oh, I thought that was actually him.
Yeah, that would be like, wait, what? I was
Yeah.
confused there for a sec.
Tell me everything.
Oh, well, that's a different kind of interrogation. I mean, I guess I just assumed that she was being interrogated by the other Imperial, not a freaking Inquisitor.
Yeah, same. Also, did you recognize that Inquisitor?
Is that the guy from the Ahsoka TV show?
Yeah.
Remain in the forest until things settle.
Okay. Still don't know how he was even a thing, because then he got killed in the TV show and then he evaporated. So I guess our best guess at the time was that there was some Mother Talzin Night Sister voodoo bullshit happening. That he was like, I guess, which I mean, I guess would make sense because Ventress is a living proof of like, oh, you could just walk up and go about your business. But right? Is that what the insinuation was? That he was I guess he was killed before and then the Night Sister magic brought him back?
That's what I was thinking too. And that'd be an interesting thing to do here, you know, just to see what happens. Maybe she kills him. Maybe Maul kills him. I don't know.
Identification, now. You look like you know something.
You look like you know something.
What, the Stormtrooper?
Yeah. Just like,
I was like,
that
hey,
was the
you look
reasoning.
like you know them.
Yeah.
You know Stormtroopers.
Most of my team didn't make it out. Yet, you survived. Lucky me, right?
He looks so much cooler here than the fucking Ahsoka show. Like,
I thought the same thing too.
he looks like a knight, like you would see, you know, in a magical fantasy type of show and all that. Like he looks really, really cool, and the lighting's just working for him too. Like the way it's going off his helmet.
I mean, god damn it! When is the live action like Filoni stuff just fuck it all up? I'm telling you, like it is the definition of lost in translation. It doesn't. It doesn't work. And a lot of people just took the longest time to realize that. But like that was when you asked me earlier, like if I had recognized that Inquisitor, I'm like, I mean, I guess, but like, could it be from like that really terrible TV show and we were all confused about it, and I guess so, but he's made more of an impression in what? A few seconds here than he ever did in like, now again, this is art. What we're seeing here is art, is animation. There's atmosphere, there's mood,
I have seen your identification.
We are free to go.
the TV show failed at every point to do even that. The Ahsoka TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you release them without seeing their identification? Oh, they are free to go? Wait, freeze!
Damn, that backfired.
Yeah,
that's
that
like
sucks.
never not worked. That really fucking sucks. It was like, I would be like, if I were reading the script, I'd be like, what? This worked for everybody else. This is so discriminatory. Even him just standing there.
Yes.
How does that work so much better?
Like, cause
than
like I could be wrong, but like the way I remember him in Ahsoka, it just seemed like he was wearing like leather clothing and just looked.
It was the
flat
Party
and-
City costume.
Yeah, and the helmet never stood out that much.
Ooh,
Like
that's a nice shot right there with the sunset. That was good. So go ahead.
just the helmet never stood out like that before. It was. It just
No.
seemed whatever. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah.
The Empire's here.
Okay.
I went looking for Dad, but Two Boots said he was being interrogated.
If troopers are there, then it's to keep everyone safe.
So that went about differently than what I thought it was gonna be. So she's clearly not in
Yeah.
the ship, she's somewhere else. I thought she would be higher up in ranking, but she had no badges. So, and then I like that first reaction of hers. It's like the Empire's here. She's like, yeah, and like, why is that a problem? that was funny, but I think it'd be kind of cool if the interactions just kept happening within the sun. Maybe he's being pulled from going with the Empire or not.
Yeah, that's a really interesting perspective there. I'm not sure we've had like a couple of sorts or a former couple on opposing sides like this. Not that I can recall. And it'll be curious to see because okay, we got the mom here. I'm pretty sure that she's gonna come back into place and she's gonna do something from a plot mechanism standpoint. So I'm curious to find out what that would be.
I think it'll be interesting to kept it like this, where she doesn't get to the planet, but the sun kept talking to her and being like, the Empire's doing bad things, but she's like, no, this is the good things that they will do and all that, blah, blah, blah. And again, it can be it's a pull between the general public of what the Empire thinks, and then a pull between, I can't remember her name, the pink Jedi person, being pulled between, dark side and light side. Like, that's actually pretty interesting. And then I would like it if those two met at some point. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, already that Inquisitor just seems so much more competent even. Like him, I think you could pretty much put together clearly that it's not just Maul here, because I think he was able to piece that there was some kind of lightsaber entanglement, and that, to his mind, him being an Inquisitor, you could easily just, maybe a Jedi is here too. Some pretty interesting angles as far as the direction here. I guess the framing of some of these shots, right?
Okay.
Interesting in that they're not boring or standard, I don't know.
In a day.
Part of me wonders if they're trying to go for. Oh shit!
Oh.
You gotta be kidding.
Oh shit! Oh, I didn't see that coming. Like at all. But yeah. So I guess we're ending here already.
Yeah. Where are the credits though? It's all
Which-
black. Okay, there it
Okay.
is. That was the longest transition.
Yeah. Okay. So I really am curious to see. Well, I'm curious to know what was the thinking, as far as production is concerned, because it does feel like, especially with last week and this week, that they're treating every 2 episodes as just 1 episode. Because this didn't feel complete.
No, yeah.
Like, this didn't feel complete at all. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm just going to assume they're treating 2 as 1 episode because that was like abrupt. Come on.
Mm-hmm. It's very abrupt, and it just feels like, it really feels like it's dragging so much. Like, I just don't like that I keep coming up with like what's gonna come up next with the story and all that. Like, I'm not really in the moment. I'm just constantly thinking, oh, okay, you're setting up this to hopefully do this, and then it doesn't happen, which it can be fine. Like I said, I thought the ex-wife was gonna be in that ship. She's gonna be in charge, taking over the city and all that. But no, she just seems like a regular worker, probably like super low down the ranks. And like I said, like, I think that'd be kind of cool if, the son is constantly pulled between the mom and the dad's views. And I thought he would see Devin.
Yeah.
Maybe later on down the show, and they can both have a conversation of like, the struggles that they've been having and all that. But no, they've already met. I don't know how they found him, but fine.
Yeah, that just felt like half of an episode.
Yeah.
It felt like half of an episode. And I got to tell you, I do wonder if the pacing improves if one were to binge it.
I don't...
Like the whole thing, if it were 10 episodes.
I don't think so, only because just watching these 2 episodes feels like it's dragging. Because, like...
Yeah.
Like, I'm very interested if I can, like, edit both of these episodes, or, like, all 6 of these episodes into 3 and make the pacing go a little bit better. Like, I feel like you can really do that. And it's not like I'm bored throughout each moment or anything like that. It just doesn't feel like I'm getting as much information as I can. Again, when it came to like the first 3 episodes of the second season with Andor, that first episode, I understand why people felt like it was a bit dragging, because they just kept going back and forth with what the Empire is going to do in Gorman?
Yeah.
Doing there, and then you see how how badly effective the rebels are. Like, it kept going back and forth, and everything with Gorman though was super, super interesting, because like the new information that we're getting as to how they're gonna manipulate that planet to the whole public and all that was interesting. But when it came back to the rebel side, nothing new, no new information was coming out. We just kept seeing them being more and more ridiculous until you get the rock paper scissors, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me? And like, it was funny as a joke, but you kind of wish you got more of like how disorganized the rebels are and all that. And so that's kind of what it feels like here. It's like, I know what you're doing with Maul, and I like, it's kind of the steps he's taken to try to get to Devin. But this whole time it was just, okay, where's Devin? And that's the whole episode. It's like, well, what are your next steps to get off the planet? What are your next steps to get away from the Empire, or at least keep them off your radar? Are you gonna want to attack the Inquisitors there? Do you even know if there's Inquisitors there? Like, give us more information, even if it's just super small. I know I complain a lot about Netflix dialogue where like they have to reiterate the plot, but like I really don't mind in this situation where he's just like, he give us every single step, he give us all dialogue of every single step that he's gonna take. I know people like, what is it? Show don't tell. But in this case, if you're gonna go super slow, like, just tell everything.
Yeah, I do think it is going a bit too slow for its own good.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get moving here.
Yeah.
Like, that was the 5th episode.
Mm-hmm.
that was the halfway point.
Yeah. And it just feels like, and then, we're at the halfway point, and what do we know? Maul wants an apprentice. He put the seeds there to turn it to the dark side, and then that's about it. The Master's not really doing much to keep her on the light side.
No, yeah, it's just, it feels very stagnant across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's moving, but it's like at a tortoise tail, pace and everything. Anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into this and see what this is going to give us. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Oh, and even though we got one action piece with Devin and her master with those troopers, we didn't get a lightsaber fight, like I said. So I think I was right. That it's only got to be a one episode, the fight scene between them and the Inquisitors.
What was that look, Maul? Couldn't quite read that. He looked pissed, but I'm not sure what precisely was. He has to know about. He knows about the Jedi Hunters. I want to say.
He seems to know
he mentioned
like,
them.
everything.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think Palpatine did tell him everything, and maybe Palpatine even told him all those years ago, oh yes, and then we're going to recruit some Jedi to do like the dirty work for us to hunt other Jedi.
They let me go, but I don't know if you believe me.
Oh,
Devin,
shit.
we must leave.
It's got to be Maul.
Who is that?
I think it's Maul. Like he knows, hey, the Inquisitor is going to be.
No, it's not. Oh, that was pretty quick. Okay, hey, you wanted the pacing to go up. I mean,
I guess
that was a bit. I could have thought it would have been Maul. There you are, but they were not wasting time unless he knew that the Jedi would go and seek him, which is why they let him go the way that they did.
Maybe.
Protect them.
See, like I said, he looks like a knight. His lightsaber looks more like it.
Well, so much of the apartment. Goddamn, that it's gone.
It's the Empire. What are you doing?
Riley, stay down.
Hey, Lawson, maybe
They're shooting at you.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? It's over.
Yeah.
It's done. They know you. You're more than fired. You're a fugitive now. Like it's. It's hilarious how I actually wanted to see them conversate and then this whole thing just blew up.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much of a conversation between them. Like, it was
it
simple
was not gonna
information
go.
of, like, we need to get out of here. Like, just help us out here, and like, you don't have to worry about this anymore.
Yeah. Well, I guess this moved things along.
Yeah.
Like at this point, like there's no job to go back to. The home has been destroyed. I mean,
like any theories that I was having these past episodes, like it's just all out the window now. Because I thought, like, oh yeah, demote him. Maybe the Empire won't be here. No, they're here. Okay.
Oh damn, he got him. He got one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh shit.
Those are not standard issue, droid. Get rid of them.
Do you get it now? Do you see now? It's he's acting like Glinda and Wicked. It's like, how many opportunities do you have to see what's going on here and you still don't take it?
Riley, time to go.
Wait here. Let me handle this. And in case this gets messy, run. I'm the owner of this establishment.
With me.
Did you not hear? Hey! Get your hands off me!
Yeah, just
I would have ran a long
instantly.
time ago at this point. I mean, come on.
I mean, I like, the whole time they were like, we can't let the Empire get here. Things are going to go bad. And it's just like, they keep showing us that. It's just constant. They're getting in the way.
You have my word. Your word? Is that supposed to make you feel better? Yes. Well, it doesn't.
But you're all right, David. This really did become a shit show, like in no time at all. Like everything just broke loose.
The robot's dialogue is just so funny.
Yeah. It's a really funny droid.
I can't leave you.
Riley, go! Go!
Kind of wish I kept the cape. You look cool with it.
Yeah.
Where is Maul? Tell me.
I'm right here.
Oh shit!
Wait, you didn't see it before?
No, where?
Yeah, it was like
see
it was
what?
very quick, but it was just a silhouette of him when the train was passing by somewhere.
I didn't see it at all.
Yeah,
No.
it was cool.
Oh.
That's gonna put that out earlier.
Yeah, Maul's like, sure, that's cute. Let me show you what it actually is supposed to do.
I like that.
Swipe transition.
Mm-hmm.
Who's he gonna contact?
How shall I proceed?
They're not gonna show us, even though I mean, was that Palpatine, Vader? I assume the Grand Inquisitor. It could be any number. I mean, not that it matters. I'm just curious who was on the other end of that call. You know, like it could be one of these situations. I mean, Vader is supposed to deal with the Inquisitors, not necessarily the Emperor. But if this is Maul, I want to say the Emperor might be involved here. But I don't know. Again, not sure how much that matters, but anywho, pretty cool episode. That was a lot. It was like okay, if you were to think of it like with 5 and then 6 as one big episode, okay. The first episode, it was like it didn't feel complete. It felt like it was set up to what this was, and this was completely nonstop. And it, I think, delivered on suspense, humor in a really fucked up way, and then also with the lightsaber action, which is really interesting about what was going on right there. It does make me wonder ultimately how this is going to shape up, you know, like what's ultimately going to be the thing that brings Devin over to Maul's side. And Maul is just like playing it like a fiddle. He's not even breaking a sweat in terms of like, oh, could this not go my way? Maybe it could, but I think he's playing it just right. He comes in as a savior, helps out with dealing off with that Inquisitor, and then I like how like she like turns like her blade to face him, and he's like,
really?
Sure, sure, yeah. And then he
That's-
just like walks away. But now I'm wondering then, is Maul now gonna give them refuge? Is that what it is? That's the only option, right? It's Devin and the son Riley. I assume Captain Lawson and the other Jedi Master are gonna find their way over at some point over, but that's the only people who are left to. And as far as the Empire is concerned, as far as what the Inquisitor Merrick confirmed, they are in league with each other, so might as well.
Yeah, I think that's just going to be
David,
their
your
only,
thoughts?
Yeah, that's just going to be the only choice that they have. And yeah, it's interesting how Maul is dealing with Devin, because I mentioned in the previous episode, I think it might have been the first one, how I was like, the cool thing about Maul is that he doesn't really lie. He, like, everything he says, it's very much the truth. He sounds like he's being manipulative about it, and I think everyone knows that. But again,
it's important though. It's important that even though like when they show us Emperor Palpatine as Emperor Palpatine, like at that point there's no more manipulation. Like he's very like straightforward. I'm an evil bad guy. That's not really too complicated. But when you see him be undercover as like the Chancellor, you see how a lot of the things that you know of Palpatine is like the behind the scenes machinations. We've never actually seen him. There's books and other stuff. We've never actually seen him train an apprentice. And I feel like kind of the irony of all the apprentices that he ever had, Maul clearly was the one that took a lot of the lessons to heart, because I do feel like a lot of Maul's talent for being able to make manipulation come across as earnest he gets that from Palpatine, because Palpatine fed the same kind of crock of shit to Count Dooku. For one, Count Dooku saw that the Jedi Council was a failed institution, a failed order. They were not doing anything about injustice, and he saw that the Republic was corrupt. And Palpatine came along and said, yeah, it is corrupt. It is bought by corporations, and there is so much inequality and crises all over the galaxy. You and I can fix it together. We're going to create this fucked up situation where we're going to create 2 wars, and at the end of it, we're going to come out on top, and we're going to put everything right the way it should be. He fed the exact same thing to Maul, even though with Maul it was a little bit more personal, because Maul was literally like slave labor in a way. Like, he was like ripped away. Mother Talzin was like Maul's biological mother. And I believe, and Talzin, I believe, references this at some point, but they had to give the same way they gave Ventress away to some bounty hunter for some reason. Earlier on, they gave Maul over to Palpatine, and there was definitely, at least from Maul's perspective, of closeness, and it's hard to know exactly the entire time Palpatine and what, like, ultimately he intended to have by his side. But at the time of what we presume to be his initial demise in The Phantom Menace, yes, you could say from Maul's perspective and from our perspective, Palpatine was like, no, Maul, we're going to ride or die together. But at the exact same time, he was already beginning, he was two-timing. He already had Count Dooku beginning, and so it's like Maul and Palpatine have a lot of the same minds, like, you know, weighing out the options, the different possibilities one way or the other. But the thing that made Palpatine's manipulations work so well is, like, the system was so corrupt where he came in and he massaged it, he maneuvered it, and then, but the thing that what I'm waiting a little bit more for this show to really explore is, if Maul really believed the empire that exists right now in the setting of the show is what he had in mind. Clearly, this is what Palpatine had in mind. He was full of shit. He was like, I just want to be a tyrannical dictator, and this is what I got to do it. And I feel like he never had any like qualms about that. That's what it means to have a Sith empire. But I guess Maul might have had a different meaning of that, even though he is a murderer and a bad guy too. But what you were saying there, David, is like the other thing about Maul that Palpatine never had is that Maul was wronged. Mm-hmm. And he carries that with him. And you saw it not even almost. He brought Ahsoka. He was going to not turn her to the dark side, but like he convinced Ahsoka. And if he didn't open his fucking mouth about Anakin, she was going to go with him.
Well, that's the thing I was going to mention is that with Devin, when I started with Ahsoka, there was very much a desperation with him in that moment. That's what he was telling the truth, where he was like, Palpatine is evil. He's going to take over the galaxy, blah, blah, blah. And Anakin's going to be with him. Like, I'm just telling you the truth here. Like, he's going to join him, and the only way to stop him is to kill him. And like, again, there's no lie there, but there was a desperation in his voice, or with Ahsoka being like, you have to join me. Like, let's stop this before it gets any worse. And it just didn't work out. With Devin, though, he's telling the truth, but like, there's no desperation to it. There's just, I don't even know what it is though. Like, he's very much just curious about her. Like, how is this gonna work out at all? Like, even he's gotta know, with the amount of power the Empire has with these Inquisitors. Like, let's just say if it does work out, if it would have worked out, that's gonna take quite a while. It's gonna take a lot of work, you know. So I'm just kind of, it's so, that's what making this so interesting is like how he's reacting to everything Devin is doing, and you know how he reacts to every single thing. So I really did like that moment where she pointed the lightsaber at him and he was just like, yeah, whatever. You know, I mean, it's not even the right word. I really don't know how to describe like what that look was. He was just very much interested, and maybe he just knew what the answer was going to be. She's not going to do anything to him. I don't know. And so,
yeah, I think he knew. It was like, who are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
You think I'm convinced in any moment you're gonna actually like cross blades with me?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't happening. I think at that point, because, and I feel like maybe you could even like say that look was just a bit of a recognition in her that she is beginning to question things, and she is beginning to like verbalize those thoughts out loud when she was saying, talking to her master in the previous episode. And the master just really, look, Maul and us, we may have a common enemy, but that does not make him our ally. And she clearly is not sure about that. And how could she be now? He literally came to their rescue.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to overlook that. So, like, he's really playing it very, very well.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's interesting to see where we go, because we only got basically 2 weeks left, and that's it. 4 episodes, but let's just face it. I mean, 2 basically equals 1 episode. So it just feels like, which, I mean, that isn't all that great. But hey, I mean, it all depends a lot on like how they're going to end this. And to the moment that I think that we've been kind of circling on our minds, I'm not quite sure how this concludes this season.
Yeah, we had like 50 theories going into this, and now it's just all out the window. Like, I really don't know what's gonna happen next. I honestly don't even know if the ex-wife is gonna come into play anymore. Like, it just feels like it was just it almost feels like it could have been just a one-time thing just for the son, and then that's about it. I don't know. They could bring her in and be like, hey, bring your ex-husband and son in, and you'll get a fancy promotion or something like that, and then maybe there's a struggle with her. I don't know. So we'll see about that. Oh wait, I want to ask you, in the Clone Wars show, was there ever like a flashback with Maul being trained by Palpatine?
No.
See,
That would have been cool if that was the case. The
Should've been here.
closest that it should have been here, shouldn't it? Yeah, that would have been interesting. Maybe they will explore that in the next season. Who knows? But I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm just saying maybe we'll get that. I there should have been plenty of opportunities for that to happen, and it also has surprised me that they've done like shorts, like Tales of the Empire or whatever. It's like,
yeah, one for Maul.
dude, like there's plenty to work with there.
You were bringing up like everything was happening with how maybe Palpatine manipulated Maul and all that. And I was thinking, like, it could have been in this episode where we gotten a flashback. That moment where we see him training, like, he's swinging around, you get a flashback of Palpatine training him and all that, doing the same moves and all that. Like, he just can't let go of that. And then I don't know if maybe the moves that he was doing in that happened in that fight with the Inquisitor, but I think it would have been cool if, like, he used those same moves to stop the Inquisitor. Maybe not kill him, but like, to just disarm him at the very least or something. And that could have been like an interesting play of like how he's using, that could make him think that he has an advantage of Palpatine. It's like, oh my gosh, you're still using the same moves on your other apprentices here. Like, I got this in the bag. Like, let that be his reasoning to keep going. Like, I can do this. Like, I know your every move. I know what you're going to do. I know how you work. And maybe he can use that to really bring up his own gang, his own, underground empire and all that, to really manipulate him. Like, let's get into details like that. So this is why, we keep complaining that this is just so slow.
Yeah. Well, anything else to say?
No. Just pick up the pace here. Jesus. I mean, this is a cool episode. This was really cool. Like, fighting and everything. Like, you were clearly building up to, I wouldn't say clearly, but you were building up to this. Or when I say clearly, it's like the first 3 episodes of Andor, from the first season this time. How, Andor fucks up, kills those 2 policemen and all that. And those 3 episodes are going to be dealing with the repercussions of that. And and like, we just knew that the 3rd episode was going to end with like some big all out fight, and it did. it was a shit show for both sides, and especially with I can't remember his name, but the guy who like worked with the police and all that, him building up his character like someone who really wants to enforce Cyril, yeah, like someone who really wants to enforce the law and all that. Like he wants to he clearly wants to move up, but he wants to protect people because he thinks that what the Empire is doing is good. And then yeah, it just ends in the shit show with both sides. Cyril, you don't know what's gonna happen to him afterwards, but like you kind of expect that this was gonna happen to him by the end of the third episode. Like that's what I mean when I say like I know it's very clear what you were going to do, and now with this, it's like I don't know if this was what you were intending to do. You could have gone to many different places, and I'm just not really. You're just kind of putting this in to throw me through a loop and all that, and that's not for everyone seeing this and being all excited about it. Don't just go for that. This can still be better.
Yeah, for sure. All right, then that's where we're gonna end it off, and let's see how things continue on next week. Stay under our red spot for more content and more, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.